Finally. How you doing, DM? You get a point. You get a point. Alright, that's the tree. That's the tree, everybody. Oh, fuck you, Maddie. Alright. Let's see. Where are we starting off with? Let's see some of that. Let's see some of that. See some of that. And that. Okay. So if I'm doing this pretty narrow, kind of like half of this. Who stole first? Yeah, who? Who, Blub? Very green. Very green. Maybe a little bit too rough. Hello. I just started, so it looks like a child with his crayons. So.
You were the new art installation.
Oh no, yeah, I come out here and just started with pastels. So.
It's great. It is beautiful.
Thank you. I've been coming out here recently, so.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Great place.
So that tree
Okay.
is what I'm looking at right now. I've done a few on the other side recently. I did this red tree from over there.
Gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I love this time of year.
Yep.
I'm trying to find if y'all know any good places by the water, by the
Anderson?
river. I got kicked out of Anderson.
What did you do?
I oil painted.
Oh, they don't allow that?
I asked them, got the membership, and then when I got in there, the GM kicked me out.
Huh.
Yeah. So, didn't do anything bad.
Midway Village, there's no water except if you're in the front where the gristmill is.
Yeah.
How about Bauman Park?
Where's that?
Oh,
at?
that's
Cherry
good.
Valley.
Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be excellent.
You said Bauman, like B-A-U-M?
Yep.
Okay.
And right along the rock.
Yeah, because I haven't asked either the conservatory
Yep.
if I could go there, but I'm trying to find like a good place where river water and stuff like that.
Oh, that and Bauman is free.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so you don't even
Okay.
have to join anything.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
today is their grill out from 11 to 1.
Yeah, that would have been a perfect day to go there.
Yeah.
How far is Bauman from here?
You
We
just
go
take
down
20 but you don't want to get off at Harrison.
Okay, so it's around that area, Harrison and the
It's
20.
by Cherry Valley.
Okay.
Past.
Cherry Vale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm,
I think you'd really like it out there.
oh yeah. I'm anything that has good scenic stuff is
Yeah.
coming out
And
here.
You get the reflection on it.
That's what I'm looking for,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I did one so I'm from Arlington Heights area. I moved out here a year ago. But my parents have like these little ponds areas like by them, and I got to do them the other
Nice,
time, and it's like
nice.
catch the reflection. But I know that the river has to be great for that, but you just got to find a spot you could
It is.
just kind of like.
And there's lots of really easy access.
Yeah.
To the river there.
See that's exactly that's perfect. Yeah.
That would be
So.
And
Yeah.
going into the children's area here,
Yeah.
there's that little bridge, and there's
I did see the
and
koi
the
pond.
Amsonia
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
really.
The one time I went to the
Gorgeous
koi
right
pond,
now.
it was just all shadows and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So, but there, I thought there was other. I couldn't find other water, but I thought on the map it said there was no. Just, okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You ladies have a lovely day.
11 to 1. Cattle trains right in Cherry Valley.
Okay.
Just follow the snow.
Perfect. Thank you so much. What's up, everybody? I am back. They were very nice. Yeah, they're a nice group of five older ladies. They're very nice. Yeah, I never that never bothers me. What I worry about in parts of my area, there is like poverty, and I don't want to get like, I don't want to have to worry about somebody like grabbing my shit and running off. Is what I'm kind of worried about. So it's like the areas I do this in have to be somewhat like protected's the wrong word, but more isolated. Hi, Ted. Well, Paninky Dinky, you're gonna have to take off another 2 hours, okay? This is too important. But what's nice about this area, or this place, is it tracks, like, it doesn't have, okay, don't get me wrong, I'd love more traffic, but the traffic here is very chill. Because this is just very much just like a forest preserve where you walk around more so than anything, than like sightseeing. How you doing, Schmuckleberry? Don't you want me like I want you? Don't you need me like I need you? Surprised I haven't used this one yet. Yeah, no sound effect, because I use a computer program, Sashi, that does that, but it needs to be, so it plays through my computer, sound, which then OBS picks up. So, since I still have that program on, it's just playing through my computer's thing and not through... It doesn't play through OBS. It plays through my computer. That OBS happens to hear. So since my computer's not here. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. How you doing, Drew Holt? Drew Holt. Hi, Ambery. That's true. Hey, Mono. Thank you for the bits. Sashi, well, I mean, I said attendance was mandatory in Discord, so. At the risk of severe financial penalties. Don't turn me into a Scrooge. I'll do it. I'll do it, Sashi. What are we talking about? Oh, just ordered a set. Yeah, this is a good set, Schmuckleberry. These are the Meaden Pastels. I've only used 2 sets, okay, but the consistency between the colors of this set have been better. Think of it like it's like painting or drawing with lipstick, right? Lipstick is probably the closest approximation of something that people might know of what how these kind of apply. Now these are a little bit harder. But I've tried 2. No, actually check that. I've tried 3. Because I ordered the lemon yellow from Paul Rubens. Which was it felt very similar to the Meadens. So I've tried 3. I've tried 3 different brands, but I've only tried 1 color from one of the brands. But what's also nice about these is these don't have condescending names for their colors. Well, thank you, Hut. I actually have 2 portraits that I'll be doing soon. Everybody. We got 2 portraits coming soon. We have a Brendan Fraser redeem, and we have a Bigfoot Hunter, not redeem, but a gift for my brother. So the Mungio set, Schmuckleberry, put names of colors on their pastels, and they're like light gray, rose, shit like that, instead of using kind of like proper terminology. So yeah, we got 2 portraits coming soon, everybody. Coming to a badly near you. Yeah, no, I've always been planning on doing it, Maddie. I just hadn't taken out your points. but I am going to be doing that. Nice. Pets are pretty nice in less stress than general. You've done animal portraits? Yeah, no, I've done a few animals. I don't know if you're using the term portrait specifically. If that's a differentiation between painting like, another pet or like an animal. Pet. Oh, it is nice. Yeah, no, I've painted dags. You like dags? Ooh, shoulder. Fuck. Okay. Gotta make sure I grab that. We got a possible choice here. Let's see. That was a long ad. It's only 56 minutes of ads and 4 minutes of painting, everybody. Well, I've done about 5 or 6. I did a cat recently. Done a few dogs. I did huskies. Alright, I did a pair of huskies a long time ago. A cat a long time ago. Dog, cat. I've done other animals, of course, too. It's all right. It's all right, but I'll never forgive you for this. It is interesting though how at times pastels make you feel like a child. Hold on, I gotta take a second to stretch out my shoulder. You're just gonna have to change your sleep schedule around and never miss another stream. Han Oo. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Nope, not possible, Sashi. Not possible. Yep, done ducks, several ducks. Did a cockatoo. Done an elephant. Done a snail. A flamingo. I got my eyes on everything, Sashi. It's impossible. It's impossible, Sashi. You know it. I know it. The American people know it. Hi, Adonat. How you doing, bud? I would love an ice cream right now. You jest, but I would love an ice cream. All right. What's our motto, everybody? Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Yeah, ice cream sounds fantastic. I am doing well, Autonet. I hope you are too, bud. Fantastic. Yeah, DHL me some good ice cream. Don't you want me? Baby, don't you want me? So, How is everybody? Did you have good weekends? Crickets. Don't you crickets me. Oh, fantastic, Mono. Fantastic out, and I can't wait. It's a little severe for what I just did, huh? Interject some more of that over here. Oh, nice. Nothing like a good shitter media center. Let's see how this works. That's not bad. Halloween, I think Season of the Witch is not a good film. But I could see why people might enjoy it, and I'll say that. Did you watch OG Suspiria or the remake? Both are fine options. The remake? Jesus, cheese loves it. Yeah. Season of the Witch is the Rune of Thor one, right? With Paul Rudd? The remake has a lot of depth to it, but significantly different from the first one. Kids in the Man. Well, Paul Rudd's first movie was Halloween. The one, the Halloween. It was like 5 or 6. Now you think about it, you said Halloween 3, right? Season of the Witch. I don't remember that one spectacularly well now. But Paul Rudd's first movie was the Halloween film. He filmed it before Clueless, even though I believe the Halloween came out after Clueless. Yeah, but the OG Suspiria is very... What's a good way of saying it? OG Suspiria seems very... It's very experimental, which could leave some of the film a little bit off-putting to me. But, I mean, I can't fault it for being experimental. But Dario Argento, in general, can, like... What's the right way of saying this? He kind of he literally loses the plot sometimes because of his experimentation. Like, I felt like that movie was a bit aimless at times. I still enjoy it. I'd still watch it again. But... yeah, I forget which... I've seen a lot of his bad ones. But the man approaches it more like an artist than a filmmaker, I think. Basically, the horror movies made by the Italians can be a toss-up, in my opinion. Or are generally... Not can be. They generally are a toss-up. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. The second one has, like, the remake, I should say, has, the characters are so much more developed. Yeah. There's some interesting, I mean, like, you probably are aware of, like, Bava, Mario Bava. He has some good ones. He has some real dog shit, though. But the Giallo films are, I mean, stylistically. If you haven't seen, what is it, Blood and Black Lace? I think Blood and Black Lace is Bava. That's probably the best one to watch. If you're just in for visuals too, Sashi, Blood and Black Lace is where... I've done a painting from Blood and Black Lace. If you care about visuals and stylistic, like, directing to the nth degree of Giallo, then you check out Blood and Black Lace. I believe Blood and Black Lace is Bava. I hope I'm not misremembering that. He did what was it, Black Sabbath? He did some other ones. High Pickles. Black Sunday. I think he also did Black Sabbath too. He might have. I think because I remember looking through his catalog and he had a couple of films that were like similarly named. I could be wrong on that point, though. people who are about to pass me are fighting. Yeah, so here I can give you a better view. See that tree to the left of that? The naked trees. It is a good tree. Caught my eye. There's this one, but I painted this one last time. It's more red than it was, but it was losing a little bit more leaves. But the red is just gorgeous. Having problems balancing these colors. This is a dark yellow that's very desaturated, or I should say a dark neutral yellow is kind of a tough color to hit. Made it a little bit too narrow. All you gotta do is just stand up and take a pee. That's what I used to do at wrestling tournaments. There's two things, because wrestling tournaments, you'd be in this gym and you'd be sitting around, you'd be tired, and it'd be really warm in there, so you could fall asleep super easy. So what I do is I usually just hold a piss, and it's during the winter, so then I go outside and get cold, and then I go take a piss, and it wake me up every time. No, not on yourself. On the carpet, obviously. No, it's not. Pooping on yourself is perfectly normal. It is a thing. Thank you, Mono. Yeah. It's what cool kids do. What do you think 6'7" means? It means I shit myself. It means I just pooped all over myself. Look at me. Look at how cool I am. That's what 6'7" means, everybody. Now you know. It's alright, Sashi. It's worth it. This might be a risk. Do we want to take a risk, everybody? Do we want to take a risk? Oh, it smells great out. It smells like there's like a fire. Alright, let's see how this plays out. Because this is definitely not the color I see. It works better than I thought. But now here's the secondary risk we're doing. I don't know if that worked. Valid point. Valid point. But my toxic masculinity won't allow me to listen to that sage wisdom. You know that, Sashi. You know I'm too toxically masculine for that. Doesn't matter. You'd have to beat me in a fight to the death for me to take that advice. I am not a weenie. How dare you? I'm not a weenie. I'm a super cool guy. These yellows are so much better than the fucking yellows I got from that Mungio set. Alright, we're going to take a little sit. Because I've been standing this whole time. So we're going to go on we're going to take a sit in this bench and just look at things. Oh. Ooh. You need 2 front teeth, right, Todd? Have a good sit. Interesting angle to look at this from. I think my shapes I still think I need to go darker on the left side. And then put some more splotches of mid in the middle and dark and in the bright. I'm using the Meaden ones again. You know, there are some, like, the thing is about half of the Mungio set is useless. Half of the Mungios are useless. Basically, anything with white or yellow in it is pretty much useless. And then it's missing a lot of midtones. It's missing a good amount of midtones. This set color-wise has a lot better coverage. And then the whites are proper. And I haven't felt like anything is significantly missing. I would say, you know, there's one that comes up rarely that I've kind of wanted to pull, especially in the water. They had a cold blue. They don't have like a cold blue that's like a dark mid-range. All their mid-tone blues, mid to dark blues, seem to lean purple. Lean purple. Oh, it's nice out. God, I love the fall. Sasha, you got any new art coming soon? Fall is the best season. I like winter too. Winter is my second favorite. It goes fall, winter, spring, summer. Summer I hate. I can't stand summer. It is, isn't it? You know, if I would have stepped back here, like, you know, if we would have if I had larger paper, you could have gotten this orange, this yellow, like all these trees in there, like a narrow. That could have worked out really well in this lighting. Because look at that fucking red. I could stand winter. There's nothing like a blizzard happening and you staying inside, watching movies, wrapped in a blanket, having some good food, and chilling for a night. There's nothing like that. I agree that, like, getting around sucks a lot more, but I think that's a worthy trade-off for those cozy days. Okay. A nice Sashi. So that red-orange one I did that one last week, DM, and it was less red back then, but I also didn't like, on the windy day I painted that tree, so I didn't want to paint the same tree. That is true, Todd. Right, Todd? Winter is a vibe. Winter can provide you with the most cozy days possible, right? You got a fun blizzard or snowing out, and you could just chill, stay in, and just enjoy life. All right, Sashi. Do you need me to hold you accountable? Your accountability buddy. By the way, Sashi, Pickles requested that we play Phasmo. I haven't messaged you yet on that for some reason. But Sashi, we should play some Phasmo soon. Talk with cheese will work out a day. And I could try and get garg or fresh. It is nice just sitting here. If only I had a bratwurst. If only. That's true. That's true. Maybe they'll like Sashi will say they're into raccoon feed. I put mustard, fresh onions, grilled onions, and like a deep caramelized onion and like a caramelized sauerkraut, and then I have a pickle on the side. I mean, I'll take all sausages. I don't know. You don't need to be picky out in that on your sausages. God, Elbow. I wish you'd get better. All hail raccoons. No, it wouldn't be raccoon's feet. It'd be like raccoon toes. From Yakuza raccoons. It is, Mud. It is. We're taking a little break. Taking a little break. Giving some views. So, yeah. So, I should keep my pastel up there. Raccoon slander now? J'ai accusé. No, I accuse Sashi of trying to mutilate raccoons as well. It'll be like possum tails. That's what it'd be, possum tail bracelets. Do you have a possum tail bracelet, Sashi? I'm not a weenie. A weenie. Possum. How dare you have possum tail bracelets? Possums are cool and chill. Fine. Badger eyeballs. Hey, I'm just enjoying sitting here because like the temperature is perfect and I'm in a hoodie. It's not too windy this time. I'm enjoying it too. It's not cold enough where I'm wearing flip-flops too, and that's nice. No, you could store them in glass. You could store them in a glass. So actually, Sashi, that place I exhibited at for that art show thing weekend here, they are a oddity shop and a wet specimen shop where they put things in jars to preserve them, and they sell them like little globes. So like they have one with like a hedgehog in there. They have like ones with like octopuses. They have all this crazy shit. It's like called like wet specimens in Rockford. But you just do that with badger eyeballs. It's a good view. I never denied my weirdness was not comparable. Wet specimen? You must have been popular, Mud.
No, because it's like preserving something in formaldehyde pickles. There are liquids that will preserve shit. You can check out their website. They got tons of shit for sale. I actually got to saw the back room where they make some of it. And it was gross. I also was like wondering about the ethics of that. I wonder how they got some of their animals. Alright, should we get back to it, everybody? Back to the pile. How many colors again? In the set? The set that I have has 72 different ones. No, it's alright. Oh, these are I'm using pastels here. I'm not using oil paints. I'm using pastels. Yeah. Oh, I've used already like 20 to 30 different ones. If that's like the question you were going for. A little bit softer on these. Over here. Set here. I'm not familiar out in that. I don't speak so good or read so good. This looks green. Oh, that's a blue. Okay. Why the fuck not? Let's go with the blue. Well, yeah, color. Oh, is it? What do they use? Color, armor. That we remove the use. Yeah, rogue. That's true. Do you know? Do you know why we remove? Does anyone know the history of why we spell those words differently? Anyone know? It's an interesting history. Nope, it has nothing to do with laziness, actually. So, we had a president named Franklin Delano Roosevelt who was self-admittedly a terrible speller. And he literally tried to, he advocated for this in Congress, to simplify the spelling of English words. So, for example, like a knight with shining armor would be spelled more phonetically. So it would be like it to his extreme. It would be like I think it was NITE, but changing spellings so they didn't have like the silent K's like behind C's and like with night or knock or knack or something like that. And he tried to like simplify the entirety of it, but he couldn't get all of Congress on board with it. And so some of them culturally started being done, specifically like armor with ARMOR, color COLOR. I think this is when gray changed to, I believe, GRAY. I believe, whatever one the common one American. But those words changed over because there is a cultural shift around that time to simplifying the spelling of English language. However, it was not like officially recognized. He tried to. And it all started because he was a terrible speller, but he was frustrated with how stupid a lot of English words are with all like the silent letters and stuff like that. So I actually think it was a good idea. Because I'm all for not making this shit more complicated than it is. I don't think it's as simple as that, Pickles. I think there is something to be said for the pragmatism of simplifying spelling. So, because literacy, especially back then, Pickles, literacy rate was a problem. And it's not just something people could learn on their own. So I think it would help increase the rate of literacy in the country by making spelling simpler. Because apparently English is a pretty difficult language to learn because it is like the opposite of like a pragmatic language. A more colorful world. Fair enough, Shasta. Hi, Shasta. Well, I agree. That's why I think it would. I think it literally help with literacy rates in a country that was struggling with it, and frankly, it's still a problem today. Oh, I think there is. I think DM, Indonesian apparently has like one of the easiest languages to learn because of how pragmatic its systems are. $10 of the day. So you want to go to base 10? Well, the reason why, I don't know why they went base 60, I believe. But I think it's probably because it was the most convenient for how long it takes the sun to, or how long it takes us to do one revolution. Yeah, Indonesian apparently DM is all about like context. So like the words are very simple, and then people understand the context in which you're saying it, and that's apparently how they deduce a lot of it. I got that from that Zhao Mei guy, that guy who speaks a ton of languages and goes to places and like learns the language in 2 weeks. Well, I would agree. If people have more power to make decisions and proper decisions for themselves, literacy is one of the first things they could do, Mono. It's base 12. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, base 12 makes more sense than base 60. I don't, Pickles, I disagree. I don't think it's silly to try and improve upon something that might have been overtly complicated. Sounds good, Auda. I personally don't look at it as a matter of laziness. I understand that there are people who have different privilege, especially in the United States, where they don't have the means or to learn. And so making it easier for people to get better education and power within their life to make decisions. Yeah, it's really bad, Mud. Yeah, that's just how I feel. I mean, like, it's sometimes it's hard to not understand that. It's like, well, how could somebody not learn how to read? I learned to read young. I read a lot when I was younger. But then, it's hard to put myself in, like, if I was living in a rural Mississippi with a really bad education system and a government that hated me and wanted me to die, and my parents couldn't read, that there'd be a lot of problems. Agreed, Sashi. I mean, well, it's part of why I bitch about politics, right? Why isn't college free? Why is there a movement to get people to not go to college? Partly it's because of how much it costs, and yes, not everybody can benefit, like occupationally from college. But the fact of the matter is, more higher educated society is better for society. It's just the fact of the matter. The more people are educated, but we literally have an entire sector of government who wants people to to be fucking dumb. Yeah, agreed, Sashi. There's always benefit to taking upper level classes. The more people that do it will benefit from it. Well, exactly, Pickles. And they recognized that early, and they started that fucking movement probably back in, even before. It used to be kind of religion, trying to keep people stupid, and then it turned into fucking Republicans. Well, yeah, right? That's capitalism for you, Todd. Capitalism requires people who need to be exploited. While people just get to stay at home and, benefit from it. Or people who have some means get to massively benefit from it. Oh, there's a ladybug. Look at that. Everybody meet Juniper. Everybody meet Juniper. Oh my god. That's your spy? Fair enough. I'll take it. Thank you. We're starting to get there. Thank you, Dean. See, I need those, that group of nice ladies who stopped by earlier. Come take a look at it now. Shouldn't overdo it with those. Do we want to be aggressive, everybody? I got an idea for an aggressive mark. I did not bring any cards. Ooh, that sounds nice, Todd. Should we make an aggressive mark? The B. Aggressive. B. Aggressive. Yep. I added the claps in this time, everybody. Begin smashing and shit. I thought the clapping was a good touch. Alright. We're going to try adding this to some of the darker shadows. This kind of dark saturated red to help make things piapa. So the thing that's interesting about painting trees is there's such a fucking randomness to this all. Yeah, I gotta do that. I actually gotta get some May. Brave little weenie. I'm not a weenie. So we got one more step we can do with this. God, is it nice out. I'm doing well, Tommy. How are you doing, bud? Take a step back. Son of a bitch, salt! I think there's a school. You hear those children? I can always hear them from here. But I think there's a school playground by here. Yeah, it's either the school or the ghost children that constantly roam these parks, or this park. A lot of ghost children. I wonder if I'm gonna. I found a peacock in here one time. I wonder if I'm gonna come across the peacock again. I did see it like pretty much right where I'm standing one time. A lot of ghosts. Paid actors, don't be fooled. That's true. You caught me. So I could really use like, is that it? Is that kind of like my raw umber? God, is that fucking gorgeous out. Most likely, Todd. Most likely. Okay. You got another B, aggressive. B-E, aggressive mark. No, it didn't turn out to be as aggressive as I thought. Thank you, Sashi. Everybody, I also think I am going to put up my pastels on my Ko-fi. Probably for like $50 a piece, just FYI. Or like 55 with free shipping. Oh, geez, I hope you feel better, Tommy. I'm glad you're getting better. That sucks. Trying to get the good contrast to bring the realism to it. Bring some of these brights back up. Well, that's good, Tommy. Rest is something that you can, will pretty much almost universally benefit you when you're sick. That's it. I would like to get some purple into this fucking shit. That's right, Funkadelic. We're painting that tree right in front of us. Alright, we're going to do another aggressive one. I wanted to find a way to get some purple into this. This is where I'm choosing. Oh, nice. I'm enjoying them for plein air because they're just so goddamn convenient. They're just really convenient instead of oils out here. You cannot snack on them. God, the yellows are so much better with this fucking brand. I can't tell you how much better these are than the Mungios. These are Meedens, M-E-E-D-E-N. I have a set of Mungio, which is M-U-N-G-Y-O. The Mungio is the white, anything mixed with white and yellow was dog shit. The reds were mediocre at best. The blues and purples were good. This one, pretty consistently. There are some that haven't worked out as well as others, but overall this has been a very good set. And you can't beat the value of it. I feel like I got rid of my darks again. I need the next step darker than this. Is it really that? Might be. Thank you, Pickles. Have a great day. Yeah, I think it's worth it. The price is... Can't beat the price on these for a set of 72. Give this some better sun. Fuck. Breaking on me. Goddamn shadows. Just take a really loud shit, Todd. No, loud shit. That's my vote. All right, do we want to call it on this one? Catch more of the sun. We're going to take another squat. No, that'll be it for the day. So tomorrow, everybody, I'm going to talk for a few minutes. So tomorrow, I'm going to do more of this. I'll probably check out that park that those nice ladies suggested. Try and get on the water again. And because tomorrow I want to watch the elections. So we're going to do Plein again tomorrow. And then tomorrow night I want to watch the elections, so that's why I'm not streaming normally. Thank you, Yambari. So we're going to do this again. And that means we'll be painting on Wednesday. We'll be oil painting on Wednesday. Okay? Yeah, attendance is mandatory once again tomorrow. Okay? Attendance will be taken and enforced ruthlessly. Well, yeah, I'm going to be watching the. I don't have elections here, but there's the Seattle mayor, the New York mayor, and there's another one that's important to me. But I want to watch those elections. I hope Mamdani wins. The Seattle mayor, the Democratic winner of the primary from Seattle is a pretty much lock. And I think Mamdani's as close to a lock as you can get, but I don't know what tomfoolery might happen. Yeah. So it is kind of an important day. Oh yeah, VA has Virginia's governor. Isn't Virginia's governor a progressive, like a big progressive? But your attorney general nominee, right, said some fucked up shit. So that could just be beneficial regardless. But the main reason I want to watch is I want to see if the country is actually responding to how fucked up our current administration is. So that's good. I know Virginia can flip-flop like a son of a bitch. But yeah, it's weird when certain states can like flip-flop on governors specifically a lot. Yeah. What's Nova? I'm not familiar. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it can. There's other factors, obviously, Salt, but I largely agree with that. I got you. So, like, for example, in New York, apparently the first day the young turnout was low, but then on Halloween, the early voting, or it was on Saturday, they were handing out, like, a sticker, apparently, that, like, drove a lot of young people, the I voted sticker, that drove a lot of people to the fucking polls. So, the young turnout seemed to regroup from its, like, slow first day in New York, apparently. But, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. We could do, I know, right? No joke, though, it was stickers. Well, yeah, right, Yambri? It was just an I voted sticker. Yeah, I think it's just also, though, the early voting group also does seem, though, to lean younger. But, God, if Cuomo wins, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. I'd be wondering what type of shenanigans they'd be fucking doing if he won. I would be too, Mud. But considering he's got the backing of Trump and Republicans, and they've been pouring money into his campaign. Because what they're afraid of is Mamdani's going to change shit, and it works well. That's what they're afraid of. Because I think also they look at Mamdani as a guy that could possibly be a presidential hopeful. And if he gets popular and New York does well, he has the charisma to fucking do it. Yeah, of course there is. Unfortunately, Sashi. Oh right, he can't run for president. That's right. That's right. I forgot. I forgot he wasn't born here. But his charisma is fantastic, and his message discipline is also fantastic. But yeah. No, I got problems with Buttigieg. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not windy today. This is like a $30 easel online. It works well. I can carry it pretty easily in one hand. So it makes this a lot easier. I agree with that, Mud, but I guess I'm approaching this from a strong, trying to ride the anti-Trump sentiment more and trying to get a higher level of progressives because I don't want another Biden in there. Yeah, it's a big. Those are a pain in the butt, Sashi. I want the next administration to be straight. Get rid of fucking health insurance. I want them to do all the progressive things because of how much Trump is fucking ruining the country. That's not a bad deal, Sashi. I think so, because he's very competent, he's very intelligent, but he is too in line with the establishment Democratic Party's bullshit. He's just too in line with it. You know, like on Israel, he even like lightened his talks about trans rights. He doesn't have the progressive fire, but he has he has charisma, and he's very, very intelligent, and he has a background. He's not a progressive firebrand, you know. He's also not ancient, but also we can't, it's hard to say how much him being gay would affect the whole campaign, unfortunately. Not that it matters with me, but obviously it doesn't matter with me, but and don't get me wrong, I'd vote for him in a heartbeat if he was the nominee. I wouldn't have any qualms with that. It's just that I would be afraid he would be a do-nothing Democrat. That's my big fear with Buttigieg. Kind of like what... Well, Biden was not necessarily do-nothing, but he was terrible on Israel. And and they are basically trying to hide his dementia. His entire presidency. If he was 10 years younger, I'd be curious to see. I wonder if that would have been the better choice. Well, that's the thing, right? I don't think he'd really push for true universal health care in negotiating pharmacy prices. I think he'd be more like business initiatives, which I don't think is necessarily the right way to go. I'd be more fine with Pritzker because I think Pritzker is genuinely more sincere in his actions, and I think he's intelligent enough to understand where the party needs to go better than Newsom. Or Newsom understands where the culture is going, and he plays into it, but it doesn't feel sincere. I know, it's fucking crazy, Sashi. I mean, the hypocrisy is just, knows no bounds. But yeah. Well, that's why I bring up Mamdani, why this is interesting, because if people understand the messaging and discipline of Mamdani, you don't need big money to create that movement, right? He did it in New York with all the major money against him, right? Because when he started, he was polling at like 1%. It's easy to kind of forget how much he moved the needle there. Despite him being Muslim in New York, and his strong stances against Israel. But it's because his messaging is so good, and he's so charismatic, and he's genuine, and for some reason Democrats are not buying into that, which bothers me tremendously. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Illinois, Todd, and he is constantly pushing for the right stuff. So I agree with you. There is reason why to be generically sus of him, but he hasn't shown any reason to be sus from him and his actions. I'd say the only thing sus is sometimes he goes too much along of like establishment Democrat. I mean, they still haven't fucking endorsed him. And it's crazy. And they're basically backing Cuomo. They basically made Cuomo run as an independent. That wasn't, I guarantee you it wasn't Cuomo's choice. Let's just push a sexual assaulter or an SAer, sex pest, who will do fucking nothing and cozies up with Trump when he loses. Real mistake on their part. He's really fucking gross. I mean, he's using like AI videos for his ads right now. He's saying racist shit just because Mamdani's Muslim. Like, that fucking matters. Well, that's the thing. They do. But if Trump could... Like, that's why they're trying to push Sliwa to drop out of the race so Cuomo can get the Republican votes. Because nobody voting for Sliwa is going to vote for Mamdani anyways. I hope Mamdani wins like 70. Like, I hope he gets like 60 to 70%. That would be best case scenario, because I think that would realistically force a change in the Democratic Party. It would be really rad. That's why I'm gonna watch it, everybody. It's an important day. Especially because we might not even have midterms with what I think the Trump administration is planning. Of course, we have to hold him accountable because, for example, at Illinois, the mayor of Chicago, I forget his name, Brandon Johnson, has not really lived up to his extremism. Is kind of, I wouldn't say extreme. I don't like to use the term extremism, especially for like general leftists. I'd say European leftists, but he hasn't lived up to his word well, but he's not nearly as charismatic and I think competent seeming as Mamdani. But to Brendan Johnson's defense, Chicago has a lot of difficulties within it. Primarily with the budget. All right. It shall be. All right, Mud. Is anybody? Do we have any friends on right now? Or enemies? Let's rate Jack then, if you don't mind. Thank you for helping me out with this too. Have a good one, everybody. Green Bag, I'll see you in hell. We're doing this again tomorrow. Attendance is mandatory. Thank you, Mud. You too. Everybody, I hope you have a great day. If anybody needs anything, message me on Discord. I'm probably going to put up these pastels on the Ko-fi soon for like $55, including shipping. If anybody wants these. I'm going to be adding some more paintings to Etsy soon too. A bunch of the stuff that I don't, that I've showed at the show that I haven't put up yet. So yeah. Till tomorrow, everybody.